Hello, friends. Welcome back. Are you ready to start our reading today with our nonsense word practice? So, here are the words that we are going to be practicing today. Miss Sunshine is going to go over the top line on the sheet with you, and then she's going to start her timer. You are going to see how many nonsense words you can read in 1 minute. So, follow my cursor with your eyes. Are you ready? All together. Lug, rab, reg, mit, deaf. All right, friends, the timer is starting when you hear the bell in 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, now's the part where you need to pause this video so that you can go back and count the number of nonsense words you were able to read. After you've counted them up, then you write it down. Keep track of your score so you can make sure you are reading more words every time you practice. Okay, guys, I'm not sure how popular this book is going to be with you, but I thought it was a good one. The title of the book we're reading today is called How I Do My Homework, and it is authored or written by Jennifer Boothroyd. The first page of this book is titled Table of Contents. Now, we've seen table of contents before, but just as a reminder, the table of contents lists all the different parts of a book, and then out to the other side of the parts is the page number. So let's do a little activity. If you wanted to read about working hard, what page number would you need to turn to? Page 13. Excellent. Okay, one more. If you wanted to read the section of this book titled Checking for Homework, what page would you go to? Page 4. Awesome. All right, we're going to do this book today as an echo read, which means Miss Sunshine will read a sentence or a page, and then you are going to echo read it back to me. Checking for homework. School is over. Do I have homework? Your turn. Now you guys notice the text feature this author is using on page 4. What's it? What word stands out to you? The word homework, right? So the text feature bold texts make sure that our eyes look at a word that maybe we've never read before. Let's see if there's another one on page 5. I look in my backpack. Now you. Any words stand out? That's right, backpack is in bold text. Then I read my planner. Good. Planner is in bold text. The author is using that text feature to help us notice this word. Let's read page 7. I'll go first. I have 2 assignments to do. Now you. Getting ready to work. First, I find a quiet place. Okay, your turn. Next, I get everything I need to work. Do you notice in both the sentences on page 8 and page 9, they contain this little mark right next to these 2 words? Do you know what that little mark is called? It's not a period. That's how we end a sentence. This is right kind of in the middle of the sentence. It's called a comma. And when we read a comma, we have to pause. That's what a comma tells us to do with our voice. I sharpen my pencil. Then I set out my math worksheet. Finally, I set out my spelling list. First, I do my math problems. Oh, I forgot, at the top of this page, we have a little section I forgot to read. Let's start over. Working hard. Now your turn. Okay, now this sentence, ready? Then I practice writing my spelling words. Finishing up. I check my work. I cross out the assignments I did. Finally, I put my things back in my backpack. I will turn in my work tomorrow. That's how I did my homework. How would you do it? So take a look at this activity on page 20, because this might be a really fun way for you to practice your writing. So follow along with my cursor as I read you the activity. Write a story. Pretend that you are responsible for completing homework that is due tomorrow. On a separate sheet of paper, write a story about the steps that you would take to do this job. Use at least 3 of the words shown on the opposite page to write your story. Okay, so here's our story word list. And we know that we have to set up kind of how the boy in this book did. We have to set up the order of things. So first, then you would say next, then, and last. And some other words you might use that we saw used in this book are before, after, and finally. Take a look at these fun facts on page 22. We're going to choral read these fun facts about homework. Fun facts all together. In 1901, homework was banned in California. Teachers were not allowed to give homework to their students until after 8th grade. It's best to keep your backpack as light as possible. If your backpack is too heavy, it could cause back pain or other problems. Now, do you notice these little dots out here next to those two facts? Those are called bullet points. Bullet points are another type of text feature that authors use to help us kind of separate things that we want on a list. Let's read the third bullet point. Writing down your assignments in a planner is a great way to keep track of them. Over on page 23, we have a glossary. A glossary are all the words or terms that this author wasn't sure if you've ever read those words before, or if you knew what those words even meant. So remember how Miss Sunshine pointed out all that bold text stuff? Well, here they are again in one nice, neat place called a glossary, along with their definitions. So who knows, friends, maybe today watching this video was a part of your homework. The good news is that you're done with this part. Now it may be time to move on to your next assignment. I'll see you next time.